Hey, good day, Raptor fans. What is going on? I'm here again with another post-game reaction video as the Raptors lose this one to the Dallas Mavericks. 111-110, the final score. A game where the Raptors were down as many as 19 points in this game and almost coming back without two of their All-Stars to win this game. They lose by one. The two-game mini streak comes to an end. They go 1-1 on this Texas road trip, which isn't too bad. Are they looking at this game against the Dallas Mavericks where, I'm hearing people saying, hey, this game is going to be an easy walk for the Raptors. But how are they going to slow down Luka? Luka Doncic. Yeah, this guy, look, Luka's a great player. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Will he win an NBA title? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe not with Dallas. Maybe if he goes to another team. But Luka Doncic, like honestly, whatever the Raptors try to do to slow down this guy, to even make him score less than 30 points, it wasn't happening. It was not happening. And just watching the game, especially like that second half, man, where he was just finding ways to score. There's nothing you can do. It seems like to me he's invisible. You can put all five position players to guard him, and he's just gonna chuck it over each and one of you and find that basket and score. 35 points tonight for Luka. He had 8 rebounds, 6 assists. He was 10 for 15 from the field. So 8 straight games, 30 plus points. And he ties Wilt Chamberlain for that second spot of consecutive games of 30 plus points. Wilt Chamberlain still holds the number one record of 23 games straight with 30 plus points. So Luka has another 15 more to tie and 16 to break the record. All right. So good on Luka. Good on Luka. But now let's talk about the Raptors here now. Raptors come out early, looking good. Everything is going good. Siakam playing amazing. OG Anunoby doing his thing. Scotty Barnes, everything was going great. But for some reason, the defense collapsed throughout the first 3 quarters for the Raptors. Certain things started to fall apart. And then it got out of hand, late second quarter into the half, right, third quarter, where it even got worse because Siakam leaves the game. And when I'm watching it, I'm saying to myself, okay. Now I saw the play. He kind of slipped and fell. And he was on the ground for a little bit. I thought, okay, to me it didn't look too serious. But then when I saw him walking towards the locker room, that's when, you start getting concerned about, is this serious? Well, it turns out that he has a groin injury. He had a groin injury, so he did not return. So he finished with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, 7 for 14 from the field. So now you're out with 2 All-Stars, as I said earlier. No Fred. Again, missing the 3rd game. And could the Raptors win another game by 30 plus points without Fred? But everything looked kind of bleak at one point. It looked like a game where the Raptors were going to get blown out for the 2nd time this season. But the question was now, who was going to step up? Who was going to step up in replace of Siakam? Who? But I like what Chris Boucher said at the post-game interview, where he said it's a collective team. Everybody has to step up. It's not this one person. Not one person. Now, yes, Scotty Barnes, triple-double. He stepped up. 11 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 for 12 from the field. Right? Not great shooting, because earlier in the game, he was looking terrible out there. But in that 4th quarter, he was making some playmaking stuff out there. So he did his part. OG Anunoby, man. This guy says he wants to be a defensive player of the year. Once again, the 3rd straight games, 5 steals. 27 points he finished with, 7 rebounds and 1 assist. All right. Gary Trent Jr. with 12. Off the bench. I wish the bench could have done a little bit more, but they did get some great productions off from Achiuwa with 15 points and Boucher. I mean, right now, everybody is talking about Siakam and his MVP playing ability so far. The way how OG Anunoby and his defense. But off the bench, Chris Boucher, right now, he's looking like a different player out there. 17, as I mentioned, off the bench, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double, 6 for 13 from the field. And you get it that close. You get that close. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Raptors, they lost the first 3 quarters, but for some reason, they hold Dallas to only 15 points in that 4th quarter. The other quarters, 31, 31, and 34. Now, if the Raptors could have managed to hold Dallas to maybe less than those 30 plus points, this would have been a different story. Oh yeah. Of course. So now, heading in to Sunday, as the Raptors will take on the Bulls. Pascal, I hoping the groin injury is not too serious and he will be back in time for Sunday. Because if not, then who's going to be? Well, I'm guessing it will be probably Boucher in the starting lineup. Even if Fred also doesn't play. So I even also said in my preview of how to slow down Luka and everything about the Dallas and slowing down the other team, the other players on the Dallas. I did say that this game was going to be at least 220 plus points total. So 221. So if you did bet whatever the over and under was, actually let me see what the over and under was. Let's see. The over was 217. So I hope he took the bet. But back to this game. Like the Raptors made it so inches away, but they couldn't get the stops. They couldn't get the stops that they needed to. And if they did get those stops, they would have won. They would have won this game without Pascal Siakam. But if I have to mention this guy's name, I'm going to mention it. Tony Brothers. Like, I don't know about any other NBA teams because, I don't really pay attention to every game out there. But Tony Brothers, just be honest with me, man. And every Raptor fans out there, just be honest. You hate the Raptors. You hate the Raptors for some reason. I don't know what the Raptors organization did to you. Is it the city that you don't like, or is it the team? You don't like the city of Toronto? I remember during the playoffs a few years ago, even more than that, every time the Raptors playing in the playoffs, this guy's calling some silly fouls that are not necessary of calling. So I really don't care. People are gonna say, well, the Raptors should have played better. Well, what is that? What is that supposed to mean? Raptors should have played better. It's been going on for years now. And if you're not a Raptor fan and you don't realize how Tony Brothers is towards refereeing against the Raptors, look back at the history. Look back at the playoff games from, I believe, even before the championship run in 2019. Yeah. So I'm not gonna get into the stats here that I usually do. I'm gonna leave that alone for today. But that will conclude this post-game reaction from me. Raptors fall to 5-4 on the season. Still in a playoff spot. Still early, 9 games in. And they return home for Sunday's game. I believe the game will be, 6 o'clock? against Chicago. Yes, DeMar DeRozan returns back to town again. And let's see if the Raptors can put off a win against Chicago. Because Chicago, they're just a team that playing below average, and like, comment, subscribe. All right, Raptor fans, if you're new watching this channel, please do me a favor, help me get to at least 375 subscribers before the end of this month. Trying to work my way up to 400. Shout out to all the real subscribers out there, the real supporters, and to all the other people that say you're gonna support me, whatever. I don't, do what you have to do, but I'll still shout you out. All right. That's gonna do it for this one here, folks. Take care, and I'll see you another time after Sunday.